Welcome to Tiger Tutorials. Today I'm going to show you how to make a Java applet that you can embed on a web page. So first start off by creating a java.java. I'm going to be using JCreator for this tutorial. So we're going to import the package Java Applet star, which means all the items in that package. Public class, and then I named my class testing. We're going to make it extend java.applet, and you could just put extends applet, just that, but I want to make sure that it definitely recognizes that. So public void init, and it's shorthand notation for initialization. This is not needed for this one, but that's usually what is needed for all applets. So it's a good habit just to append the init function into your applet. So the next thing is public void paint, and this is going to be passed with a graphics object. We're going to pass it is the object G, or the reference object G for the object graphics. And we're going to do G dot, and if you go into the Java API, you can look up all the methods for graphics, and just so happens that draw oval is one of them. And it takes 4 parameters. 0 are the parameters for the location, I believe. 250 and 100 are for the width and the height of the oval. And then I'm going to be doing g.setColor, and I'm going to be setting the color for the text that I'm going to be drawing below. So we're going to take a color object. So it's just color dot, and then we're going to be going to a final public variable in the color class. We're going to be referencing that by using the color red. G dot, and then we're going to draw a string. And if you're familiar with the PHP JD class, it's very similar to that. So I was kind of politely surprised, not politely, but happily surprised by some of the options that Applet has to offer. So this is our entire class for our applet. It's actually very short. If you get into more gaming stuff, you're going to have model view controller, and it kind of follows the same exact sequence of events. You have your repaint, and then you have your handling for mouse events and stuff like that. So you can get a lot more technical with that. So we're going to hit Control S, save, and if you're using JCreator or any other IDE, they all have the function build file and then run file. So what we're doing now is we have a .java file. Spelled oval wrong. For every Java program, there's always a .java, which is the plain text format, and this is the format that you modify to make your program. And then there's the .class file, which is the binary version which the computer can read. And if you try to open up the .class, it will create a whole sequence of characters. But that is indeed the one that you're going to want to put onto your web page. So it's already a compiled version. So now that we've already compiled this, you're going to go into your Start menu if you're using a PC, and go Documents. You get this in here, and then we're going to go over to JCreator, wherever your thing is located, and it just happens to be that mine is located in Sandbox. And notice it's a .class file, not a .java file. So we're going to make sure that we have the .class file in here. Now I've already made this, I tested myself in this tutorial, so I'm just going to go open with Notepad, and I'm going to delete it before I put it up here. Okay, so now we have a clean testing page. This testing page is going to be a .html file so that we can render it in the web browser. So let's just do a ordinary HTML declaration here. So we're going to have our 2 HTML tags to declare that this is an HTML page. Then we're going to have the head tags, and then we're going to have our body tags. And this is not going to be an HTML tutorial, so I'm just going to put all the tags in here. Title really isn't needed. We'll just name it applet. And then body, this is actually the most crucial piece of code. Let me just put in program, break it down. Okay, so here's a crucial piece of code. So applet, so that's the name of the tag that we're going to be putting in, applet code, and then we're going to be putting the class. So in this case it's testing.class. It's not testing.java. Testing.java will not work because it has to be in the already compiled. So it's testing.class width, and then I'm just going to make it 300, and then height 300. And that's closed off, and I think there might actually be one of these, but I don't want to push it. So that's our completed applet code there. So if you hit Control S, oh, and also if you're going to be saving this on a notepad, you want to do save as. You want to make sure that you put quotations around it, and you put .html, so that it recognizes it a .html page. If you just do .html without these quotations, it will just append .html into the back of .txt, and actually it'll append .txt onto the back of HTML, and it won't recognize the page as .html. So you go save, and yeah, it'll say it's already, I don't want to replace it, whatever. So I close this down, and I need to take Opera off of there. Opera sucks. Not that I'm suggesting anything, so I'm just going to open up in Google Chrome, and Java plugin was blocked, whatever, and click run this time, and it shows that we have our first applet running. So that's our first tutorial for making an applet. You can go into here and change some of your code around. I suggest you just go onto the Java API and play around with some of the things that they can offer. And I actually, what you just saw in here was not the .class file, but instead when you go into here you want to do run file. Let me see if this changes the look of the .html page. I think it will. It'll say no main. Yeah. Reload this. Run this time. Yeah, really my .class file should change. Yeah, today, yeah, because it's 5 o'clock right now, and then this is generated 4:59. So this .class file is not updating, but when you make it, it will update, and you will have a functional applet. And I'm hopefully going to be making some more tutorials on how to make buttons and stuff. So take a look at that. Anyways, please go to Tiger Tutorials, subscribe, rate, comment, and also I have some more Java tutorials, PHP tutorials, and really get into making websites and stuff. So thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.